Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It is Wobble Wednesday, January the 6th. How are you today? My name is Karen. I'm here with Get Moving, and hopefully, as you already know by now, Get Moving is all about helping people with mobility issues to get some solid exercise. So if you have a disability of some kind, if you have a chronic medical condition, if you're in rehab or prehab, pre or post surgery, something like that, anything that can stop you from moving as well as you hope, Get Moving is here to help you to do some solid exercise, get stronger, get fitter, move better. Fingers crossed. If you are seated, if you're a wheelchair user, you're going to be using your resistance band today. So hopefully you have got your resistance band ready. If not, you've got 30 seconds to go, dash and get it now. Go on, scoot. However, it is Wednesday. That means it is Wobble Wednesday. So that means I'm going to be concentrating a little bit more on people who can stand, but who want practice balancing. So I'll be paying a little bit more attention to them today. But if you are seated, as I say, we've got alternatives, and for your alternatives, you will need your resistance band if you are seated. But yeah, it's Wobble Wednesday. The reason it's Wobble Wednesday is because if we want to improve our balance, we have got to challenge our balance. We have got to ultimately move around and wobble, and that helps us with our balance. That helps us makes us more stable, more solid. So Wobble Wednesday, here we come. I am particularly cold today. I'm not sure why. So we're going to get things going as quick as we can. So actually, before I forget, I've got it written down here. I need you, yes, you personally, to give me a number between 20 and 30, and that is how many seconds we're going to be doing the exercise for today. So first volunteer to, in the comments below, write down a random number between 20 and 30, and that is going to be what I'm going to put on my timer, if my fingers can work. Good morning, and 30. Okay, 30 it is, 30 seconds. So 30 seconds for each exercise, okay? So if you are seated, if you're a wheelchair user, you've got your resistance band hopefully by now. The exercise we're going to be doing today will be quite simple, the seated row. You're going to want to anchor your resistance band onto something solid or someone solid. It depends on whether you trust them or not. You want to be a good arm stretch away from that solid anchor. And then with one arm at a time, this time I'm going to use my left arm, we're going to pull and row back, stretch that elastic band. Under control, you recover, and then repeat. You're going to row, hold it for a second, and recover. The one arm row, okay? We'll do that, and then the next time we come around to it, we'll do exactly the same thing, but on the other side, using the other arm. Again, a row, hold for a sec, and then recover. Sitting tall, use your arm, think of your shoulders, pulling back. So don't let yourself hunch over and collapse like so. You want to be chest out, shoulders back as you pull that band and then recover. Okay, so that's if you are seated. You're going to need your resistance band for that. I'll tell you right side or left side or whatever. If, however, you're standing, it is Wobble Wednesday, so we're going to try and make you wobble because of balance. If you are unsure, if you are not confident with your balance, then by all means, please stand next to a wall or table or chair or some person who is solid and you trust and you can rely on. If anything goes wrong, you can hold on to them and steady yourself, because we are going to make you wobbly today, okay? So health and safety first. Stand next to something solid if you want or need, just in case. However, one leg at a time, we're just going to tap. We've done stamps before, where we have quickly and loudly stamped our feet forwards, the side and behind. Similar, but not quite. This is not going to be a stamp, this is going to be a tap, okay? A stamp is loud, a stamp is silent. So we're going to tap our foot in front, balancing on this other foot. Tap it to the side, and tap it behind. And repeat. So we're basically balancing on that foot. Tapping, tapping, and tapping. And that's option 1. And that's pretty tricky to start off with, to be honest with you. But if you want a little bit more excitement in your life, exactly the same thing. Level 2 is 2 taps. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. It just prolongs the amount of time that we're having to balance. And if you are really excited for things, 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that's if we're standing. We're going to challenge our balance. We're going to be standing on one leg, balancing, stabilizing, supporting, while this leg is flapping around us, okay? And again, I will say whether to left or right leg as we go along, okay? So that if we're seated, you're going to do the row. If we're standing, we're going to do the tap. And we're going to do a bunch of them all the way through this morning. Okay, 30 seconds each. Have I got my timer set? I think I have. I do. Our first exercise, marching on the spot. So this is suitable for everybody. If you're seated, marching on the spot is going to be simply like that. Just get your knees up as much as you can. If you're standing, marching on the spot is like so. Again, getting your knees up high as you can. 30 seconds of that. Get some temperature in you. Are you ready? Because we're going to make a start now. Everybody, in 3, in 2, in 1, and away we go. Marching on the spot, getting our knees up as high as we can, okay? Doesn't matter how good or how bad you are, or you think you are, you're going to do the best version that you can do. Don't forget, easier version is a small step down there. Harder version is a bigger step up here. You mix and match whatever you need as long as you are getting yourself moving. That is the key. So legs are going. That's our 30 seconds. So from that move, we're going to go into the exercise I showed you a second before. So if you are seated, you want your resistance band. Remember, it is looped around a solid object. I am going to use my right arm. You use the same, I suppose. You're going to row with the right arm, chest out, shoulders back, recover, chest out, shoulders back, and recover. A good stretch of that band with the right side. If we're standing, we're going to be doing that tap with my right leg. Standing on my left, tapping with the right. Okay? Either 1 tap, 2 taps, 3 taps, your choice which. 30 seconds worth of it though. So get yourself ready in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So a single tap to the front, to the side and behind. Or if you want, a double tap to the front, the side and behind. Or if you want, if you're really going for it, a triple tap. So I'm reaching out, a triple tap, reaching behind, a triple tap. Now you mix and match however you want, 1 tap or 2 or 3, but away we go. But that though is time, that's our 30 seconds. So we're going to alternate those exercises between all the others we're going to do. So get used to those exercises. We're going to do a lot of them this morning, okay? Our next one though, shoulder rolls. Rolling our shoulders back, or if we can, rolling our arms back. Now again, don't forget, I went over this in a bit more detail yesterday. So if you're interested about this move, why the hell are we doing it, how to do it, how to modify it if we need to, look back at yesterday's session, because I go in a bit more in depth there, okay? 30 seconds, shoulder rolls in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Easier version, just a shrug like so. Harder version, getting the elbows up, or if we can, getting the arms up and back. Again, seated or standing, nice and tall. It will not work if we're slouched. Chest out, arms up, shoulders back, as much as we can. Remember, thumbs leading the way. And there we go, time. So our next one, if you're seated, remember, going back to the resistance band again. pulling. We're going to be using our left arm, pulling with the left side. Chest out, shoulders back. If we're standing, tapping with the left foot. Either 1 tap, 2 or 3 taps, your choice. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reaching out in front and tapping, reaching to the side and tapping, reaching behind and tapping. Again, 1 tap or 2, a couple of taps, or if we want, 3 taps. I'm going to let you decide, you mix and match. The whole point is to move our body weight around, but stay balanced on this supporting foot there. Reaching back and forth, a single, double or triple tap, time. That's it. Okay, moving swiftly on, knee bends then. Next exercise for everybody. If you're seated, your version is sit tall, kick your feet out, bending and straightening those knees. If you're standing, kicking your heels back towards the bum. Again, bending and straightening the knees. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So I'm going to shift my body weight from side to side to keep me balanced here. Don't forget, Wobble Wednesday is all about balancing, and balance is all about shifting the body weight around. So I'm shifting over, bending my leg, shifting over, bending my leg, and I'm staying solid on that supporting foot throughout. I'm not falling over, I'm staying upright on my feet where I want to be. Time. There we go. What's next? The right hand side then. So if you're seated, resistance band, right arm pulls and relaxes with the right arm. If we're standing, tapping with the right leg. In 3, 2, 1, away we go. 1 or 2 or 3 taps, your choice which, in front, to the side and behind. Any mixing and matching as much as you want. Let your arms help with the counterbalancing, making sure we're staying on that foot, nice and on our feet basically. Notice my body is moving, it's leaning forwards, backwards and side to side, and that is time. What we got next? Twists, twisty Sarahs. Seated or standing, same thing. Sit tall, fold your arms, twist one way and then the other way. 30 seconds worth. 3, 2, 1, off we go. A big twist one way, a big twist the other way. Get as much movement out of your spine as possible, and using your stomach muscles to do the work. Your stomach muscles, the front, the side, and to be honest, the back as well. This entire corset region here is doing the work to twist the chest from one direction to the other. A bigger move as you can, smaller move as you need. As long as you're not doing nothing, you're okay. Time. So next one is left hand side. So if you're seated, resistance band, left arm does the stretching, okay? If we're standing, left foot does the tapping. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. In front, notice how my body moves to the side. I'm going to do it from the side here. So notice when I'm reaching the front, I'm leaning and let my arms help me. I'm doing these taps. My body is shifting to counterbalance myself as I do these moves. I'm balancing on one foot, but my body, my leg, my arms, they're all helping to stabilize me and keep me on this one foot. Time. There we go. What's next? Double taps. If you're seated, one knee comes up twice. So it comes up, 1, 2. Same on the other side, 1, 2. Make sure you sit tall. Don't lean back as we do it, okay? If we're standing, again, this is a lovely balancing one. This is stand close to the wall if you need, just in case. But one knee comes up, double tap. Same on the other side, double tap. Again, balancing on this supporting leg. 30 seconds worth. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Easy version. The small tap down there. But if you can, go for a bigger version. Much higher up here. That is a harder version. We're spending more time balancing on that one leg. The weight of my leg is wobbling me around a lot more, so I have to compensate. It is just harder work for me to do this move with a high step. Do the highest step you can, but do the easiest one you need, okay, as long as you do it successfully. That's our time. So, right hand side. If you're seated, right arm does the pull. If we're standing, right leg does the taps. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. We're ramping things up a little bit now. So again, notice my body is moving. It is leaning, it's turning and twisting. My arms are helping me counteract and counterbalance to make sure I am on my feet, or my foot rather, the whole time. There we go, standing on one leg, tapping one side in front and behind, and that's our time there. Finish, finish, finish. Well done. Moving on to what have we just done? Double tap side bends, bendianas. So, seated, standing, I don't care. It's the same thing either way. Well done, get stuck in. One arm definitely reaches down one way or the other. If you can though, as one arm goes down, the other arm comes up over the top and we're stretching one side and the other. Get as much movement as you possibly can. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Reaching, stretching one way, stretching the other way. The bigger the move, the better the move. That is what we're after, getting as much movement, sideways movement out of your spine, making it, well, keeping it mobile, not letting it seize up, not letting it get stiff and stuck. We want it to be able to move when we want it to move. And this is, there we go, one way we can do it. That's our time. But left hand side, seated. You know what we're doing by now, you know what we're doing. Left arm does the pull, does the stretching. If we're standing, left leg does the tapping. 3, 2, 1, away we go. I'm going to do it from the side here. Notice how my body and my arms and everything help each other. As I do the tapping, I'm leaning, I'm bending, I'm twisting, I'm turning. I am keeping myself nice and stable on this supporting foot. As I'm tapping in front, to the side and behind. I am balancing, I am challenging my balance. I am really making it hard for myself, difficult for myself. There we go, time, time, time. Squats and sit stands. Legs. If you've been sat this time, now is your chance to do your damnedest to get up on your feet. So, feet under, bum shuffle forwards, body weight forwards over your feet. You're going to stand up, use the muscle in your legs, and either just stretch tall and hold it there in a nice upright position, standing tall, nice, good and strong. Or, if you want, you fold again, and under control you sit down and stand up and repeat a few times over that 30 seconds. Your choice which version you do. If you're standing though, feet apart, sit back, squat down, stand tall. Again, you do as many or as few as you can in 30 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. Sitting down, standing up, as fast or as slow as you are happy with. You can do more than me, you can do less than me, you can do faster or slower, I don't mind. As long as you're using the muscles in your legs to do the bending, and you're using the muscles in your bum and your belly to do the standing. You can be nice and tall and upright, and then nice and tall and upright. So we're using the legs, time to get the work done. Fantastic. And then we've got the right hand side. If we're seated, right arm, pull and recover. If we're standing, right leg tapping in front, tapping to the side, tapping behind. 3, 2, 1, off we go. A single tap or a double or a triple. Your choice which, but you make that body movement work. You tilt your body, let your arms help counterbalance everything. And you keep yourself moving and keep yourself stable and balanced on that leg there. Did I start the timer? I did. Time. There we go. I couldn't remember if I start the timer or not. What we got next? Tightrope walking and ankles. Getting close to the end now. If you're seated, getting as much movement as you can at the ankles. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Another way of thinking about this could be as if you are driving and you are going to be accelerating and not accelerating. Accelerate, not accelerate. That's the movement from the ankle. A nice big movement. Of course, you do one side and you do the same thing on the other side. Heel, toe, heel, toe. If we're standing, another amazing balance exercise, the tightrope walking. Imagine you've got a line painted on the floor there, a tightrope if you will. Feet wide is easier, feet narrow is harder. Now with me, walking forwards, heel toe, off we go. Walking along that imaginary line on the floor like a tightrope walker. Get the heel to touch and then the toes. Get the heel to touch and then the toes. A very deliberate movement, not just plonking your foot down there, but a very deliberate movement with your ankles. Same thing, going backwards, except of course this time, toes, heels, toes, heels. A deliberate movement, staying on that imaginary tightrope. Don't you dare fall off it, don't you dare. I can't see you, so I'm just making this up, but I'm assuming you're staying nice and upright. And same thing again, second time's always better. Going forwards again, off we go. Heel toe, heel toe. Do the best version that you can do. It does not need to be perfect. It's never gonna be perfect, let's be honest. But we can be a tiny bit better. And that's what we're going to strive for. Same thing, last time now, going backwards. Toes, heels, toes, heels. If we strive to be a little bit better, we can succeed. And those little bits better will just grow and build on each other like a brick wall and build up. If we aim to be perfect, we'll fail, we won't be perfect, and it can be quite disheartening, and we're more likely to stop and give up. And that is not going to work for anybody. There we go, that's that done, well done. What's next? The left hand side. You know what you're doing. People who are seated, left arm, pull and relax. If we're standing, left leg is doing the tapping. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off we go. A single or a triple or a double tap. Your choice which. But you just keep that body moving. Keep tapping, keep reaching in front, reaching to the side, reaching behind. You just keep it going, whichever version you want. Let your arms help you counterbalance. And you stay standing on that foot, balancing on that foot throughout. Nicely done. Okay, fast couple of exercises now. Fast feet. So, I'm changing my timer. 10 seconds. If you are seated, feet are running on the spot. Small, fast movements. It does not matter how fast or how slow you are. Don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to other people. It might be a big move, it might be a small move. I don't care. These are going to aim for these to be a small move. But we want fast moves and be as fast as you personally can do them. Don't compare yourself to other people. That's not helpful. Be as good as you can be. If you're standing though, running on the spot, exactly the same idea. Small, fast movements. Running on the spot like so. Speedy feet help our balance. Because if we are knocked off balance, then we need speedy feet to quickly catch ourselves This is where we practice speedy feet. So we're going to do 2 rounds of 10 seconds. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, in 1. Off you go. Running on the spot. Small, fast movements. As quick as you can do. Doesn't matter if it's faster or slower than me. Do the best that you can do. Give them a tactical waggle. Make sure everything's feeling okay, because we're going to do the same thing a second time, because we all know for a fact second time is always better than the first time. So fast feet, again, I cannot stress this enough. Does not matter if you are better or worse than me. Just do the best that you can do. Second time, are you ready? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Quick feet. Running, tapping away. Just keep them moving as best as you can do them. Boom, that's it. Job done there. So right hand side is next. If you're seated, get your right arm, get your right side, pulling, stretching, relaxing. If we're standing, tapping with the right foot. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Tapping once, twice, or 3 times at the front. Once, twice, or 3 times to the side. And guess what? It's once, twice, or 3 times behind. Now I obviously forgot to change my timer. So that was 10 seconds, not 30. So we're going to carry on going. And 10 more seconds. So let the body weight move. Reach with a foot, tap it, tap, and tap. And that'll be 30 seconds. Well done. I'll change my timer now. Back up to 30 seconds. So what we got? Oh, shadow boxing, last main exercise. Cardio now. Get yourself out of breath. The only reason we're doing this last exercise now is to get out of breath. So ramp it up a little bit, do the best that you can, and get nice and huffing and puffing, all right? If you are seated, you can stay seated. Shadow boxing, fists up. Punching high, punching low, punching around, punching up. If your elbows are a little bit iffy, if you think, ow, don't like that with the elbows, then you can just do hook punches. Keep your elbows bent throughout. Don't straighten them, keep them bent. And we just hook punch one way or the other way. Or we're going to do uppercuts like so. But we do short range, hooking, close punches with a bent elbow. That's if your elbow hurts you. If it doesn't, then by all means, do some nice straights. It's all good. If you are standing, shadow boxing while standing. But of course, because it is Wobble Wednesday, we're thinking especially about our feet. I want you to, the arms are going to be secondary. Feet are going to be primary. You can shuffle forwards or back or left or right or any mixture, but you're going to do the best you can. Okay. Are you ready? 3 rounds, 30 seconds each. Shadow boxing. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So shadow boxing. Now I am going to be concentrating on shuffling my feet forwards and backwards in this forwards and backwards plane. Punching away, but my feet are moving all the time. Forwards and backwards, getting closer or further away. I am just moving my feet. I'm shuffling. It's a little dance if you want. I don't care how you think about it. Time. There we go. So that's round 1 done. Round 2, same thing, but this time I am going to be concentrating on going side to side. Again, footwork, okay? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Punching, but I am moving sideways to my left or to my right. And I can swap my feet if I like, but it is very much a sideways movement. And I am keeping my arms going and getting out of breath and staying out of breath and hopefully not tripping over my cable, which I nearly did then. But side to side is where I'm going. Time. Okay, the last round, 3rd and final round. Now I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to sometimes go forward, sometimes go back, sometimes to the left, sometimes to the right. I'm going to mix it up. Final round. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. But either way, I am staying light on my feet. I've got fancy footwork, moving around. I am keeping my balance, whatever's happening. I'm keeping my body weight in between my feet. Whichever way I'm facing, whichever direction I'm going, I'm keeping my body weight in between my feet. And that is going to keep me balanced. Okay, last one then. To finish off, using the left hand side. If you're seated, last one. Left arm, pulling, chest out, shoulder back, recover. And if we're standing, left leg is doing the tapping. Final go in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Tapping in front, behind, to the side. You tap once or twice or 3 times, whatever works for you. But you're shifting that body weight around, using my arms to help counterbalance. As my legs go one way, my arms go the other way. And again, I'm always keeping my center of gravity over the middle of that supporting foot. Whatever I'm doing, I am controlling where my body weight is. And that is time. That is Wobble Wednesday. I hope you've all managed to keep up. I hope you've enjoyed it. Actually, if you haven't been able to keep up, don't worry. Don't forget, you can watch this back. It's on video now. You can watch this back as many times as you want. You go whatever pace you want. You can pause it, fast forward, rewind it, whatever you need to do. It's okay. We've got the catch-up service and you can just whiz back and forth as you see fit. Practice makes perfect. Can't stress that enough. Especially, well, it comes to any kind of exercise, but balance, especially, yeah. The more we balance, the more we practice balancing, the better it'll become. So, repeat Wobble Wednesday, even if it's not Wednesday. I know, it sounds a bit blasphemous, really, doesn't it? But it's okay, we can do it. Nobody will know. Shh, 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 shh. We won't tell. Anyway, as always, thank you very much, boys and girls. What's on my board? Well, I've got to tell you, we've got the website, of course, up in the description up there. If you are unsure about Get Moving, if you don't know what the hell we do or who the hell we are, go to the website. It'll answer most questions for you. reesefitness.co.uk/getmoving. It tells you everything there. We've got share buttons down there somewhere. I don't know, it depends on where you're looking at, to be honest with you. But somewhere around the screen there's share buttons. Please, by all means, share away. We have got people all over the world watching my stupid antics now. God knows why. I don't understand why they're doing that. I think they're a bit mad, but hey, they're watching, so that's okay. I'm happy with that. Make me world famous. Who knows? I might become rich and famous and marry a superstar or something, a supermodel. Oh, do you think you could see me sat next to a supermodel? That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, you need to make me famous so I can marry a supermodel. It's not much to ask. So share away. Share the buttons. You know, it's internet. You know what to do. We've got donate buttons kicking around somewhere as well. If you think this is any good, this is my job. I know people don't actually believe me when I tell people I do this. They look at it and go, that's your job? You get paid for that? And I go, I don't know. It's amazing, isn't it? But yes, this is actually my job. So if you want to chuck a buck my way, I'm not going to say no. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yes, even though we're in lockdown, I can still do online training. So if you think you want some extra abuse from me, I can do online training for you. So get in touch via the website, reesefitness.co.uk/getmoving. And I can be horrible to you on a one-to-one basis if you like. It's entirely up to you. That's enough pimping out, I think, for now. Tomorrow, back to normal, Thinking Thursday. We're going to help think our way through these things, not just accept what we are, where we are, how we do things. We're going to think about ways to improve. That's on Thinking Thursday, tomorrow at 11 o'clock. We'll see you there. Thank you very much indeed. Look after yourselves and, of course, look after each other. See you later. Bye-bye.